the ring with the slick trigger finger for Her Majesty.
Bond fights dinosaurs? Count me in. Whoa, this movie is half Jurassic Park and half Fast and Furious. Interestingly, both Universal properties. Movie's opening officially doesn't want you to know what the f is going on. I know I just said something about this, but f this action scene. God, this thing is right behind him, yet this machine gunner can't hit. This might be the most annoying opening since cackling Blofeld in For Your Eyes Only. Is he still missing? And of course, the very first bullets Bond fires in this entire chase of failed bullets find their target perfectly and immediately, in case you confused it for Sienna Miller. Oh hey, it's that asshole from the last movie, which I only know because I'm sending them back to back and would definitely have forgotten as an average moviegoer. Did everyone forget that Bond handed Le Chiffre to Felix Leiter after the poker game, and yet somehow Felix just disappeared from the story, and Le Chiffre was free to do whatever he wanted after that? MI6 keeps hard liquor on hand in their secret prisoner interrogation prison, just in case the arresting agent has had a rough day.
A lock of his hair. I wouldn't have thought Vesper the sentimental type.
She wasn't, but man, it's great for your investigation, isn't it? Also, did you see the last 20 minutes of the last movie where you two basically reenact The Notebook?
We never really know anyone, do we?
Accidental prescient Bill Cosby reference.
The real shame is that if she hadn't killed herself, we would have had you too.
There was really no reason to cave to her request to keep Bond alive, but hey, no one didn't say Bond wasn't born with a giant lucky rabbit's foot.
You really don't know anything about us.
Now here's some footage of a horse race.
We have people everywhere. Am I right?
Instead of immediately shooting Bond, this double agent goes for the no-name asshole first. Or, hell, waiting for a better opportunity to kill them all. M flees the scene, instead of keeping an eye on White. Couldn't M have been a badass just once? Also, wow, after a scuffle, Bond chooses to chase after the double-crossing shooter as opposed to even spending a few seconds making sure M is okay after that gunshot. Is there any reason this film keeps cutting between the horse race and the spy? I presume we're all going to end up intersecting if Bond will somehow horse whisper his way out of this mess, but so far it's just excessive cutting that can't even be justified by symbolism. More this action intercut with a horse race. I definitely want horse to win. And well, they run through the crowd after the race is over. But the race itself didn't have anything to do with the action whatsoever, and now they've run away from it. Movie steals the rooftop scene from almost every movie ever, but let's say Bourne Ultimatum. Movie attempts to honor its predecessor with a foot chase sequence, but literally stops trying after that notion and ends up with this. Both these guys fall many feet through glass, crashing onto a scaffolding, and the worst thing that happens is one of them gets disarmed. Movie spends a lot of effort on bullshit just trying to create an excuse for these two to fight in the air. This jump cut mid-air fight of meaninglessness makes me wonder, which one of these two is the Quantum and which one is the Solace? Yay, Bond won! I guess that's all that matters when you didn't see anything of substance during the entire scene.
These bills were just scanned at a bank in Port-au-Prince, Haiti.
A whole stack? Just now? That's amazing! Also, if you're following where Le Chiffre's money is going anyway, it hardly matters that those bills match Mitchell's bill, does it? A whole stack of those bills would have sent agents to the area anyway, right? Did it even need that connection?
He's in room 325.
Well, is he still there after however the long it took Bond to fly across a goddamn ocean? In case you confused it with Port-au-Prince, Prince Edward Island. These assholes. Also, honestly, I think every single Bond movie has Bond fighting someone inside a hotel room. The only way this scene could be more Bourne is if it contained an ink pen and a redhead. Because all white guys look the same, Bond is able to simply say room 325 and get a briefcase being held at the front desk. Also, luckily Bond, who is horrible at not killing people, continues to get lead after killing people. Oh, and hey, another driver of the plot is showing up right as Bond leaves the hotel. They should have called this movie Quantum of Convenience. Jeez, this movie is all the Bourne. Maybe Bourne just kicks so much f***ing ass on its way to defining the modern action film that newer films can't help but steal from it. I mean pay off.
You were supposed to shoot her.
Okay, so who the f*** are you then? Tom Cruise riding a motorcycle cliche? I'm wondering why a bad guy like Dominic even needed to go through all the stuff that he went through to kill Camille, if he could just throw guys in the water and drown them outside his business. Bond does this completely unnecessary motorcycle stunt, one that could easily draw attention to himself, only to get in a boat and chase after the slow-moving boat anyway. These bad guys seem to have pretty good aim actually, but the wood this boat is made of seems bulletproof. And now I have a headache. Not because of the shaky cam, not because I have no idea what's happening, but because of the shaky cam combined with the fact that I have no idea what's happening. Also, I'm now watching Face Off, and massively wishing I'd started keeping count earlier of all the movie moments this movie rips off or reminds me of, because that would be a big-ass number.
Name check. Dominic Green.
More than that, there are a lot of Dominic Greens. Do you have a social security or passport number?
Wait a second. A minute ago, this happened.
You know one of Greens?
Dominic Green?
All Camille said was Green, and Bond made the leap to Dominic Green, like he knew who he was. So why should it be hard to give more details?
If you could avoid killing every possible lead, it would be deeply appreciated.
Why should he when the plot always demands there be yet another lead waiting around the corner? When the f*** did they snap this picture?
It's James Bond, British Secret Service.
Yeah, he's only performed one mission to this point, but his face is ridiculously recognizable in the spy community. I also love how this guy is the villain. This guy. This is the Stevie from Eastbound and Down version of a Bond villain.
I will need you to get rid of him for me.
Yeah. That's not gonna be a problem.
Guy who instantly recognized James Bond has to know how stupid this sounds. How is he tracking him again? Is it that business card thing he gave the guard at the dock gate? Did that get all the way to the boss man? And did he keep it in his pocket all this time? And did Bond forget about the girl he tried to save earlier even while abandoning pursuit of the guy he's now pursuing? My question about these super secret and most likely illegal purple-handled attendee bags and how they're received at the same station as the normal attendee bags, which means the supervillain opera radio meeting relies on the ability of a couple volunteer sorority girls to ensure secret bags get to the right people with no mistakes, which is just ludicrous. Luckily for Bond, nobody else in this entire place needs to use the bathroom. Too many seconds of opera. Why are all the world's bad guys having this discussion over the radio at a fucking opera house? I mean, Jesus, it's almost like they want to get caught.
I really think you people should find a better place to meet.
James Bond would be excellent at cinema sins. Bond is showing off the kind of camera tech you'd expect of a spy agency, capturing photos of an evil spy agency that flies every member to the same city to attend the opera so they can use earbuds to have a private meeting. Even though this guy's facing away into the side of the camera in a dark opera house, the facial recognition software can come up with a perfect match, no problem. Movie decides to cut jarringly between the silent action over music and the epilepsy-inducing video-enhanced stage show, creating what we've decided to call the f*** your nausea editing style. Bond movie has hero drop bad guy onto a car, but instantly realizes how die-hard untouchable that is and moves as quickly as possible onto the next scene without fanfare. Well, I forgot what city we're in. Is it Bergen still? But this kind of public assassination in front of an opera concert hall ought to raise the alarm, right?
You shot him at point blank and threw him off a roof.
How the f*** do you know that? Didn't that just happen? And you weren't watching, so in case you confused it for a movie where the locations actually mattered. So this guy actually turned out to be innocent from the last movie. But the question is, how is that possible? There's no explanation whatsoever about what he was actually doing in Casino Royale and why Le Chiffre said he was his friend.
I was sorry to hear about Vesper.
I was too. Then I was again when they kept talking about her. Now I'm more annoyed to hear about Vesper, honestly.
My orders are to turn you around and put you on the first plane back to London.
MI6 sent one person to turn Bond around. Like that's something easily done with an agent who's already basically gone rogue. Plus, what is it with MI6 sending the hottest women in the world to do these jobs?
Do you know how angry I am at myself?
I'd like to know how this would have gone down if they sent some dude. Same thing, maybe? Discount older white Obama cameo. Blink and you'll miss it. Amazing how this SUV is just waiting for them as they walk outside.
Well, what's the bet that Dominic Green has friends in the police force?
How about betting all of it? Why are you stopping?
Vesper.
Jesus, almost 2/3 into the sequel and we're still blubbering about the dead chick from the previous film. Seriously? She was a jerk anyway. Well, Mathis is dead. I don't know whether he really betrayed Bond in that last movie or not, or if he did, why we should consider him a good guy now, or what, but glad the secret dies with him. It's pretty awesome absolutely no one is around right now to witness all the that just went down.
Let's see if this thing will fly.
Wow, you didn't even check on that aspect before buying? You're in La Paz, dude. You could be ripped off on an untested plane purchase in f***ing Burbank. Just ask Harrison Ford. Wait, where did the redhead go? Sudden Fighter shoots bullets at Bond's plane, but thankfully is some kind of World War II plane that mostly sucks ass at everything. This is the quickest determination of a Bond kill without knowing all the facts in all the Bond movies.
He's coming first!
Well, of course he is. I mean, look at you. Oh, you meant the plane. Somehow these bullets hitting the plane regularly still take forever to bring down the plane. Only after defeating the immediate enemy does Bond's plane start giving warnings and suffering the consequences of bullets fired at it 10 minutes ago. Surprise helicopter is a surprise, lending even more confusion to yet another who gives a f*** action scene. Well, whether or not the movie wants me to, I'm now thinking about terminal velocity. Well done, movie. Yes, I am blaming you. It's not like I'm the one who made a movie reminiscent of terminal velocity. Chute opens, then they land immediately. Sure, you can survive that.
One of the most dangerous and powerful organizations
We've never even heard of.
At this point, how is that possible? You've got money flying all over the place with Quantum's fingerprints on it. You don't think one person would have said the name already? There are too many people involved in this organization to be this fucking secret anymore. Also, as amazingly secret as Quantum is, I'm wondering if this is a discount Spectre, or is Spectre a discount it?
You lost somebody.
Skip! Whoa, Bond is at the exact spot where Dumbledore and Harry found the Horcrux.
Green isn't after the oil. He wants the water.
Luckily, we landed right next to it, so we could figure this out.
He's creating a drought. He'll have built others.
Bond movie steals the underlying plot of Chinatown. Just after discovering the villain's plan to deprive locals of water and control the water supply, Bond and girl walk directly past a community currently dealing with said water shortage to help drive home the point. Magic bus shows up the exact time the guy from Layer Cake and the hot chick from Oblivion arrive into town. At some point, and without my realizing it, this movie turned into the Darjeeling slumdog of Walter Mitty.
What is it?
Bond gets a note in the hotel lobby to run, and logically decides to go up to the room and see what's what. Is this an homage to Goldfinger? Because Goldfinger tells you to take it back.
You're removed from duty and suspended pending further investigation.
Well, we all know how the hero is stripped of his duty cliche works. It doesn't. Bond beats up all these dudes in an elevator while in handcuffs, which isn't so much a testament to how great Bond is, as it is to how horrible other people are in MI6.
And I trust him.
You do? Bond, currently being hunted down by the CIA, is able to walk out the front entrance with no problem. Watching Jeffrey Wright play little more than a cameo in the last two movies, How badass would it be to see a Felix Leiter movie starring him? This guy is too good to be playing 8th Banana in a Bond flick. Sure, Bond got a little bit of warning from Felix, but it seems like no one knows a good strategy for taking down a secret agent like Bond. They just run through one entrance and start blasting away without any stealth. The director said, hey, eat an apple in this scene because I think there might still be a few viewers who don't realize what an asshole you are. Don't need that apple anymore? Sure, give it to your assistant. Why not complete the asshole trifecta? This stealth entry is made possible by no security whatsoever, helping secret agents secret for over 70 years. All bad guys are rapists. The action scenes in this movie really deserve like 10 extra sins we haven't covered already, so... James Bond forgets how to aim for the sake of stretching the finale. A pasty banker-bodied dude will now hold his own in a fight with Bond. Oh look, Bond is climbing back up into the... You know you're in trouble when the viewer literally can't tell the difference between the two fight scenes your finale is cutting between. Wow, both Bond and the girl he's helping took the lead in their respective fights at the same time. There's so much fire and jump cutting going on, I literally don't care who wins anymore as long as it ends soon. Did this suddenly turn into House of Wax or something? This somehow makes a perfect exit for Bond to get out of this. Are we supposed to believe this guy, who's almost incapacitated, made it out of the flaming building from the 3rd floor with virtually no problem?
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Ah, I see James Bond spent time as a youth working at Chick-fil-A. This movie is not yet over. Good God, I'm glad we can finally end this. Bond was in love with Vesper, and now he's got his revenge plot. Oh yeah, we forgot that. Here it is.
Give him another month to think about it.
She was just supposed to send you home. She worked in an office.
An errand boy, sent by grocery clerks.
The cliffs of insanity!
My duty.
Duty?
You're pathetically predictable.
If you try to interfere, I will kill your wife. I will kill your son. I will kill your infant daughter.
We'll take the spruce moose. Hop in. But sir, I said hop in.
Well guys, we're building a f***ing game. Writing the Abels book has given me the opportunity to see an amazing story that used to exist only in my head come to life. Just a few months after its release, the Abels will grow even beyond what I originally imagined. By introducing these characters to the world, illustrating their struggles and showcasing what they can do, Philip and his friends have become more real. And as more people have begun to contribute their talent and vision, Freepoint has started to expand. Initially, when I was approached about making a video game, I was hesitant. I didn't want it to be done unless it was done right. But when I saw their passion for the story, I was confident the people over at Kiwi Games would do it justice. Now, I can't imagine a more logical next step. It's unbelievable to see the work that has been put into this project, even in its very early stages. And I want you guys to be involved too. Head over to the development blog to follow along with our progress. We'll be updating it every week. We also need you to visit our Greenlight page on Steam and show your support. It's because of your help that we've been able to do all of this.